हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज मैं आप लोगों को इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग का टॉपिक पढ़ाने जा रही हूँ और मेरा टॉपिक है आज का इल्यूमिनेशन। ये इस कंपटीशन का बुक है। तो आज मैं आपको यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी पढ़ाऊँगी, जिसमें पहला टॉपिक है इल्यूमिनेशन। मैं टॉपिक वाइज पढ़ाऊँगी आपको, तो आज का पूरा टॉपिक इल्यूमिनेशन ख़त्म करती हूँ। मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपको ऑब्जेक्टिव पढ़ाऊँगी और न्यूमेरिकल जो सिंपल शॉर्ट होंगे, जो प्री एग्ज़ाम के लिए है लेवल का, वो मैं करवाऊँगी। मेंस लेवल का न्यूमेरिकल मैं नहीं करवाऊँगी। तो चलिए मैं स्टार्ट करती हूँ आज का इल्यूमिनेशन टॉपिक। ध्यान से देखिएगा और अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ लाइक कीजिएगा और शेयर भी कर दीजिएगा। SI यूनिट ऑफ luminous flux is lumen. Candela is a unit of luminous index. In illumination, what is the lamp efficiency? Lumen per watt. The purpose of providing a chalk in tube circuit is to limit the current to appropriate value. The source of illumination for cinema projector is carbon arc. The source of illumination for cinema projector is carbon arc lamp. Color of light emitted by sodium vapor lamp. Color of light emitted by sodium vapor discharge lamp when glowing steadily is yellow. Level of illumination on a surface list depend on ambient temperature. Level of illumination on a surface list depend on ambient temperature. SI unit for illuminance is lux. SI unit for illuminance is lux. Which of the following lamp give nearly monochromatic light? Sodium vapor lamp. Which of the following lamp gives nearly monochromatic light? Sodium vapor lamp. Light is produced in electric discharge lamp by ionization in gas or vapor. Light is produced in electric discharge lamp by ionization in gas or vapor. 1 lumen per square meter is same as 1 lux. 1 lumen per square meter is same as 1 lux. The illumination level required for precision work is of the order of 500 से 1000 ल्यूमेन पर मीटर. The illumination level required for precision work is of the order of 500 से 1000 ल्यूमेन पर मीटर स्क्वायर. Which of the following electric discharge lamp give highest lumen per watt? Sodium vapor lamp. Highest lumen per watt, sodium vapor lamp. The ratio of luminous flux to power output is called lamp efficiency. The ratio of luminous flux to power output is called lamp efficiency. According to Lambert's law, the illumination on a surface is proportional to cos q theta. According to Lambert's law, the illumination on a surface is proportional to cos q theta. According to Lambert's law, the illumination at any point on a surface is proportional to cos theta, where theta is the angle between normal at that point and direction of luminous flux. Filament lamp operates normally at a power factor of unity. Filament lamp operates normally power factor of unity. The total flux of 250 volt lamp is 1500 lumen and it takes a current of 0.4 ampere. Find the lumen per watt. Lumen per watt क्या हो जाएगा? यानी लैम्प इफिशियंसी होता है lumen per watt. The luminous flux by power output. Which of the following is SI unit for solid angle as radian? Solid angle as radian. Filament in an incandescent lamp is made of tungsten. Filament in incandescent lamp is made of tungsten wire. CFL means compact fluorescent lamp. CFL, compact fluorescent lamp. A light source having an intensity of 400 candela power is fitted with a rectifier and so that it directs 70% of its light along a beam having a divergence angle of 5 degree. Total flux emitted along the beam is total flux निकालना है. गिवन क्या क्या है? इंटेंसिटी 400 कैंडला एंड थीटा 5 डिग्री. डायरेक्ट लाइन फॉल्स 70%. टोटल फ्लक्स इमिटेड बाई बीम हो जाएगा 0.7 इंटू 4 पाई इंटू आई. The illumination at a surface due to source of light placed at a distance d from the surface varies as 1 by d square. The illumination at a surface due to source of light placed at a distance d from surface varies as 1 by d square. Chalk coil of a lamp gets short circuited. When chalk coil of a lamp gets short circuited, what is the consequence of this? The filament fuses on restarting the lamp. The filament fuses on restarting the lamp. Illumination of a surface is inversely proportional to a square of distance between surface and a point source. This is a statement associated with inverse square law. Illumination of a surface is inversely proportional to a square of distance between surface and a point source. This is a statement associated with inverse square law. The ratio of horizontal distance between lamp and mounting height of lamp is referred as space height ratio. The ratio of horizontal distance between lamp and mounting height of lamp is referred as space height ratio. Which of the following component is not a part of a solar street lighting system? Thermistor. Which of the following component is not a part of solar street lighting system? Thermistor. The performance parameter for a white LED lantern is illuminance. The performance parameter for white LED lantern is illuminance. Sodium vapor lamp is best suited for street lighting. Sodium vapor lamp is best suited for street lighting. The tube for fluorescent lamp is filled with mercury and argon. The tube of fluorescent lamp is filled with mercury and argon. Narrow beam projector in flood lighting are used for distance above 70 meters. Narrow beam projector in flood lighting are used for distance above 70 meters. Which of the following is not the property of good lighting? It should not have suitable shades and reflector. Which of the following is not the property of good lighting? It should not have suitable shades and reflector. Which of the following is the law of illumination? Law of inverse square. Which of the following is the law of illumination? Law of inverse square. The aging effect means that the aging effect means that the light output of an incandescent lamp decreases as the lamp age. The aging effect means that the light output of an incandescent lamp decreases as the lamp age. According to IS specification, the incandescent lamp should be hanged at least 2.5 meters above the ground level, floor level. The primary function of capacitor across the supply of fluorescent tube is to improve the supply power factor. The primary function of capacitor across the supply of fluorescent tube is to improve the supply power factor. Which gas can be filled in GLS lamp? Any inert gas. Which gas can be filled in GLS lamp? Any inert gas. In lighting installation using filament lamp, voltage drop of 1% results in 3.5% losses in light output. In lighting installation using filament lamp, voltage drop of 1% result in 3.5% losses in light output. The flicker effect of fluorescent lamp is more pronounced at lower frequency. The flicker effect of fluorescent lamp is more pronounced at lower frequency. Inverse square law and Lambert cosine law are the laws pertaining to which of the following? Illumination. Lamp flicker caused by heavy fluctuating load can be reduced by connecting capacitor in series with the primary distribution line. Lamp flickers caused by heavy fluctuating load can be reduced by connecting capacitor in series with primary distribution line. A light source of nose or camera is situated 3 meters above a working surface. कैलकुलेट द इल्यूमिनेशन डायरेक्टली बिलो द सरफेस. इल्यूमिनेशन कैंडला पावर बाई मीटर स्क्वायर हो जाएगा 100 लक्स. A room 12 क्रॉस 12 मीटर स्क्वायर इज lit by 10 lamp to a fairly uniform illumination of 100 lumen per meter square. Calculate the utilization coefficient of the room given that the output of each lamp is 1600 lumen. यूटिलाइजेशन कोएफिशिएंट निकालना है. यूटिलाइजेशन कोएफिशिएंट क्या हो जाएगा? एरिया ऑफ रूम हो जाएगा 144. नंबर ऑफ लैम्प इल्यूमिनेशन दिया हुआ है. आउटपुट ऑफ ईच लैम्प दिया हुआ है 1600 ल्यूमेन. हाँ दिया हुआ, ठीक है. यूटिलाइजेशन कोएफिशिएंट निकालना है. यूटिलाइजेशन नंबर ऑफ टोटल ल्यूमेन इमिटेड बाय लैम्प. टोटल ल्यूमेन इमिटेड बाय लैम्प हो जाएगा n इंटू आई. n नंबर ऑफ लैम्प है 10 इंटू आई 1600 16,000. ल्यूमेन रिसीव्ड बाय वर्किंग प्लेस a इंटू ई. एरिया इंटू इल्यूमिनेशन. यूटिलाइजेशन कोएफिशिएंट है AE बाई NI. AE बाई NI 0.9 हो जाएगा. ए लैम्प टेक्स ए 5 एम्पियर एट 250 वोल्ट एंड emits 8,000 lumen. Its MSCP is 2000 pi. Its MSCP is 2000 pi. है 16 लूमेन, ठीक है. What is the efficiency of lamp of 230 volt producing total flask of 3000 lumen when taking a current of 1 ampere? What is the efficiency of lamp निकाला. लैम्प efficiency हो जाएगा ल्यूमेन पर वाट. ल्यूमेन पर वाट. ल्यूमेन दिया हुआ है 3000 बाई वाट. वाट VI ल्यूमेन पर वाट हो जाएगा यानी 13 हो जाएगा 13. Filament used in halogen lamp is made of a tungsten. Filament used in halogen lamp is made of tungsten. A Cosine system utilizes luminaries which send most of the light downward directly on the working plane, but a considerable amount reaches the ceiling and wall also. Semi-direct system. Principle are used in a straight lightning is diffusion and specular reflection. Principle are used in direct lightning is diffusion and specular reflection. फ्लोरेसेंट लैम्प के लिए ग्लो टाइप स्टार्टर यूज होता है. फ्लोरेसेंट लैम्प ग्लो टाइप. The illumination level in house is in the range of 100 to 140 lumen per meter square. The illumination level in house is in the range of 100 to 140 lumen per meter square. The lens of eye focuses an image on retina. The lens of eye focuses an image on retina. The lens of eye focuses an image on retina. If dphi is the luminous flask incident normally on an area dA, then illumination is given as dphi by dA. Which of the following lamp imply bimetallic strip? Fluorescent lamp imply bimetallic strip. Fluorescent lamp. Which of the following lamp has shortest या less lifespan in working hour? Incandescent lamp has shortest या less lifespan in working hour. Incandescent lamp. Two incandescent lamp of wattage 40 watt and 60 watt are connected in series with voltage of 230 volt. Which out of the two lamp will grow brighter? यहाँ पे कह रहा two incandescent lamp of watt 40 and 60 watt are connected in series with voltage of 230 volt. Which out of two lamp will grow brighter? कौन सा 40 और 60 वाट का दो लैम्प सीरीज में कनेक्टेड है तो कौन सा लैम्प ब्राइटर जलेगा? ठीक है, तो इसका सॉल्यूशन, जब when two incandescent lamp of 40 watt are connected and 60 watt are connected in series with voltage of 230 volt, then 40 watt lamp will grow brighter. सेम वोल्टेज से अगर दो लैम्प कनेक्टेड हैं तो जिसका वाटेज कम होगा वो ज़्यादा ब्राइट करेगा. ठीक है. Which of the following type of lamp gives more illumination from low wattage? More illumination from low wattage LED lamp gives more illumination from low wattage LED lamp. Which of the following has least power consumption? LED bulb. Least power consumption LED bulb. Least power consumption LED. The function of chalk in fluorescent tube circuit. The function of chalk in fluorescent tube circuit is to initiate the arc and stabilize it. The function of chalk in fluorescent tube circuit is to initiate the arc and stabilize it. The vapor of which of the following metal can be filled in gas discharge lamp? The vapors of which of the following metals can be filled in gas discharge lamp? Mercury. Mercury filled होता है gas discharge lamp में, mercury filled होते हैं. In a filament, in a fluorescent tube circuit, the function of chalk is primarily to फ्लोरेसेंट ट्यूब सर्किट में चॉक का क्या फंक्शन है? चॉक का फंक्शन टू इनिशिएट द डिस्चार्ज. द फंक्शन ऑफ चॉक इज टू इनिशिएट द डिस्चार्ज. A lamp having mean spherical candela power of 800 is suspended at a height of 10 meter. Calculate the illumination just below the lamp. Illumination MSCP by H square. Illumination MSCP by H square. MSCP 800 by H square यानी 10 का स्क्वायर 100. 800 by 100 यानी 8 हो जाएगा. The purpose of chalk in fluorescent tube is to. The purpose of chalk in fluorescent tube is to increase voltage momentarily. The purpose of chalk in fluorescent tube is to increase voltage momentarily. Arc lamp operates at a low lagging power factor. Arc lamp operates at low lagging power factor. Electric power for illumination in locomotive is provided by a small turbo generator. Electric power for illumination in locomotive is provided by small turbo generators. The unit of plane angle क्या होता है? रेडियन. प्लेन एंगल रेडियन. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट है मेरा द इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट ऑफ फोटोवोल्टाइक मॉड्यूल इज प्रेजेंटेड बिलो. द रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर मोर पावर प्रोडक्शन आर. ये आप स्किप कर सकते हैं, ये सी का क्वेश्चन है. देखिए incandescent lamp is filled by argon gas. High pressure mercury discharge lamp are not used in drawing room. High pressure mercury discharge lamp drawing room में यूज नहीं होता है. Power factor is highest in case of power factor किस में हाई होता है? तो GLS lamp. Power factor is highest in case of GLS lamp. Power factor is highest in case of GLS lamp. Power factor is highest in case of incandescent lamp. यहाँ पे देखिए कुछ पॉइंट लिखा हुआ था. Power factor is highest in case of GLS lamp. This lamp is also called as incandescent lamp or filament lamp. GLS लैम्प को ही इनकैंडेसेंट लैम्प और फिलामेंट लैम्प कहते हैं. ठीक है. और GLS लैम्प आर 3 टाइप्स होता है, वैक्यूम टाइप, गैस फील्ड टाइप और हैलोजन फील्ड टाइप. तो वो क्वेश्चन था मेरा. पावर फैक्टर हाईएस्ट इन GLS लैम्प हो जाएगा. ठीक है. और GLS लैम्प को ही क्या कहते हैं? इनकैंडेसेंट लैम्प और फिलामेंट लैम्प. तो पावर फैक्टर हाईएस्ट इन इनकैंडेसेंट लैम्प. Glare is caused due to excessive lightning contracts in the field of vision and excessive luminance. both हो जाएगा C और D. In a fluorescent tube circuit, high voltage surge is produced by chalk. A bulb on an average produced 25 candela power of illumination. What will be the total flux generated by it? 314 lumen. Bulb on an average produced 25 candela power of illumination. What will be the total flux produced by 314 lumen? टोटल फ्लास्क है, टोटल फ्लास्क हो जाएगा मेरा क्या, कैंडला पावर इंटू सॉलिड एंगल, कैंडला पावर इंटू सॉलिड एंगल 25 इंटू 4 पाई. Which of the following surface has lowest reflection factor for white light? Lowest reflection for white light, blue curtain. Lowest reflection factor for white light, blue curtain. The inner surface of fluorescent tube is coated with a fluorescent material which absorb ultraviolet rays and radiate visual rays. Examine the two statement and select your answer. Switching of a lamp in house produces noise in a radio. Statement है switching operation produced arc across separating contact. इसका आंसर हो जाएगा both A and R are true and R is correct explanation of A. A 230 volt lamp takes a current of 1 ampere, voltage 200 है, current 1 ampere. ठीक, it produces total फ्लास्क दिया हुआ 260 ल्यूमेन. तो इफिशियंसी ल्यूमेन पर वाट. ठीक है. In a DC operation of fluorescent tube, the life of tube, DC operation of fluorescent, life of tube decreases by about 80%. At that with AC operation, अगर DC operation पे यूज़ करेंगे तो लाइफ डिक्रीज हो जाता है. What is the unit of luminance? Unit of luminance candela per meter square. Luminance candela per meter square. Determine the power factor of 230 volt, 0.5 ampere, 40 watt fluorescent lamp. Can determine the power factor. Power factor होता है VI cos phi. Power factor VI cos phi हो जाता है. यहाँ से cos phi निकल जाएगा 0.348. A fluorescent tube can be operated on both AC and DC. Fluorescent can be operated on both AC and DC. Perfect black body is one black body which absorb all incident radiation. Black body absorb all incident radiation. The body reflecting entire radiation incident on it is called white body. A lamp of 500 watt having MCP यानी mean spherical candela power of 1000 is suspended at 2.7 meter above the working plane. Calculate the illumination directly below the lamp. Illumination हो जाता है क्या? Illumination हो जाएगा ल्यूमेन पर मीटर स्क्वायर. illumination हो जाएगा ल्यूमेन पर मीटर स्क्वायर. ठीक है, यानी 137.17 इल्यूमिनेशन ल्यूमेन पर मीटर स्क्वायर. लैम्प आर यूज्ड टू लाइट अप स्पोर्ट्स स्टेडियम. स्पोर्ट्स स्टेडियम के लिए सोडियम वेपर लैम्प. स्पोर्ट्स स्टेडियम SS सोडियम वेपर लैम्प. द कैंडला पावर ऑफ लैम्प प्लेस्ड नॉर्मल टू अ वर्किंग प्लेन इज 60 कैंडला पावर. फाइंड द डिस्टेंस इफ द इल्यूमिनेशन इज 15 लक्स. डिस्टेंस निकालना, तो यहाँ का लक्स क्या होता है? लक्स है MHCP बाई H स्क्वायर. तो MHCP मेरा 60 दिया हुआ है, H स्क्वायर निकालना है, तो H स्क्वायर हो जाएगा MHCP बाई लक्स, यानी 60/15 4. ठीक है, अच्छा सॉरी H स्क्वायर होता है ना, तो स्क्वायर को हम अंडर रूट करेंगे तो 2 आएगा ना, 4 का अंडर रूट 2 आएगा. ठीक, इसका 2 हो जाएगा 2. Which of the following lamp is used as sign or indicator? Sign or indicator lamp and neon lamp. Indicator lamp, neon lamp. The power factor of fluorescent lamp is about power factor of fluorescent lamp 0.5 lagging. Power factor of fluorescent lamp 0.5 lagging. Power factor of an ordinary bulb is unity. Power factor of an ordinary bulb is unity. The space height ratio in illumination lies between 1 to 2. Space height ratio in illumination lies between 1 to 2. Which of the following will need lowest level of illumination? Railway platform. Lowest level of illumination? Railway platform. यहाँ देखिए कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट टेबल दिए हुए हैं. टेबल ऑफ इल्यूमिनेशन लेवल, प्लेस ऑफ वर्क एंड इल्यूमिनेशन इन एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूट. ड्राइंग हॉल 500 से 1000, लेबोरेटरी 200 से 500, क्लासरूम 250 से 300. इन हॉस्पिटल, हॉस्पिटल में वर्क प्लेस पे 500, ऑपरेशन रूम 500 से 1000. इन ऑपरेशन टेबल 2000. इन होटल्स एंड रेस्टोरेंट, लंच रूम 100 से 150, किचन 200 से 300. फैक्ट्री एंड वर्कशॉप, वेल्डिंग या कारपेंट्री सी 200 से 500, फिटिंग असेंबली 500 से 1000, टीनी मशीन 1000 से 2000, वेरी टीनी मशीन 250 से 500, असेंबली रूम लाइब्रेरी 250 से 500, रेलवे प्लेटफॉर्म 250 से 500, डिजाइन ऑफ ड्राइंग, वॉच मशीन मेंटेनेंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इक्विपमेंट 1000 से 2000. Radiant efficiency of a luminous source depends on temperature of source. Radiant efficiency of luminous source depends on temperature of source. For the same wattage, which lamp is cheapest? GLS lamp is cheapest. The disadvantage of fluorescent lamp as compared to GLS lamp is all of the above. Is noise in chalk, stroboscopic effect, high cost. Disadvantage of fluorescent lamp as compared to GLS lamp is all of the above. To prevent excessive brightness, which type of lighting scheme is used? Indirect lighting scheme. To prevent excessive brightness, indirect lighting scheme. The function of inert gas in filament lamp is to minimize the effect of evaporation. Yes, यही होगा. Is to minimize the effect of evaporation during service. ठीक है. Which of the following are the requirements for good lighting system? Requirements for good lighting system सभी होगा. बी ऑप्शन है. 1 2 3 4 क्या क्या है? द इल्यूमिनेशन सोर्स शुड हैव सफिशिएंट लाइट. द इल्यूमिनेशन सोर्स शुड नॉट स्ट्राइक द आइज. द इल्यूमिनेशन सोर्स शुड बी suitable shades and reflector. The illumination source should be installed at such a place so as to give uniform light. All of the above. What is the full form of LPMV? Low pressure mercury vapor lamp. HPMV high pressure mercury vapor lamp हो जाएगा. The light output of GLS lamp is normally in the range of 10 से 18. Light output of GLS lamp is normally in the range of 10 से 18 lumen per watt. Halogen lamp have advantage of reduced dimension of lamp, better color rendition and longer life, high operating temperature with increased luminous efficiency. All of the above. Halogen lamp have advantage of reduced dimensions of lamp, better color rendition and longer life, high operating temperature with increased luminous efficiency. All. Total flux required in any lighting scheme depends inversely on total flux required in any lighting scheme depends inversely on utilization factor. Lumen emitted by 12 lamp in a room are 24,000 lux and lumen received by the working plane of the room 9600 lumen. Utilization coefficient क्या हो जाएगा? Utilization coefficient lumen received on working plane by lumen output of illuminators into 100. Lumen received on working plane 9600, lumen output of illuminator 24,000 लक्स इंटू 100 यानी 40%. Utilization coefficient lumen received on working plane by lumen output of illuminator. Incandescent lamp is bulb. The filament of an electric bulb is made of tungsten because its melting point is high. The filament of electric bulb is made of tungsten because its melting point is high. The illumination at a point on working plane directly below the lamp is to be 80 lumen per meter square. The lamp gives 180 candela power uniformly below the horizontal plane. Determine the height at which lamp is suspended. क्या क्या दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे, तो डायरेक्टली बेलो लैम्प 80 ल्यूमेन पर वाट इल्यूमिनेशन दिया हुआ है और ल्यूमेन पर मीटर स्क्वायर फ्लक्स और लैम्प गिव्स इतना कैंडला पावर 180 कैंडला पावर इनफॉर्मली बिलो द हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन. हाइट ऑफ लैम्प ई बराबर आई बाई एच स्क्वायर हो जाएगा. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से हमको हाइट निकालना यानी एच निकालना, तो अंडर रूट आई बाई ई हो जाएगा. अंडर रूट आई बाई ई से 1.5. The most important factor with respect to light, the most important factor with respect to lightning quality is glare. Most important factor with respect to lightning quality is glare. Which of the following is not an indoor lightning? Indoor lightning नहीं है. Flood lightning. Flood lightning is not an indoor lightning. Which type of lightning scheme is used in a stadium? Flood lightning. Which type of lightning scheme is used in a stadium? Flood lightning. The ratio of reflected light to incident light is called the ratio of reflected light to incident light is called इसका क्या हो जाएगा? Is called reflection factor. The ratio of reflected light to incident light is called reflection factor. Reflected light to incident light is called reflection factor. Which of the following has lowest luminous efficiency? Lowest luminous efficiency halogen lamp. Lowest luminous efficiency halogen lamp. देखिए luminous efficiency fluorescent lamp 40 lumen per watt, fluorescent lamp 40 lumen per watt. मरकरी वेपर 40, फ्लोरेसेंट और मरकरी 40 होता है. ठीक है, सोडियम वेपर लैम्प 60 to 70, सोडियम वेपर 60 से 70, इनकैंडेसेंट 12, हैलोजन 22-33, हैलोजन 22-33. तो यहाँ पे मेरा सोडियम दिया, सोडियम का होता है 60 से 70, फ्लोरेसेंट 40, मरकरी 40, हाइलोजन 22 से 33. सबसे लो हाइलोजन का होता है, इसलिए हाइलोजन. बीच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ गैस डिस्चार्ज लैम्प. ओलेड लैम्प इज नॉट अ गैस डिस्चार्ज लैम्प. ओलेड लैम्प गैस डिस्चार्ज लैम्प नहीं है. In trend in LED lighting output, the light cost continues to follow Haz law. Haz law क्या है? The law forecast that every 10 years the amount of light generated by LED increases by a factor 20, while the cost per lumen falls by a factor 10. For testing appliances, the wattage of test lamp should be high. Wattage of test lamp should be high. Cosine is the angle generated by a surface passing through a point in a space and periphery of area. Solid angle. Solid angle is the angle generated by a surface passing through a point in space and a periphery of area. Khalistan is a form of electromagnetic energy radiated from a body which is capable of being perceived by human eye. Light. Light is a form of electromagnetic energy radiated from a body which is capable of being perceived by human eye. Which of the following statement is not true for discharge lamp with regard to metal filament lamp operated at high power factor is not true. Not true for discharge lamp with regard to metal filament lamp operated at a high power factor. Which of the following are the essential of any good lighting system? Essential of any good lighting system: adequate illumination of suitable color on working surface, avoidance of hard shadows, avoidance of glare, maintenance free. All of the above. The illumination required for a workplace where fine work is performed will be of the order of 1500. The illumination required for a workplace where fine work is performed will be of the order of 1500. Which of the following is present inside the fluorescent tube? Fluorescent tube, mercury vapor. Which of the following is present inside fluorescent tube? Mercury vapor. Luminous efficiency of fluorescent tube is 60 lumen per watt. Luminous efficiency of fluorescent tube 60 lumen per watt. 0 watt lamp consume power of 5 to 10 watt. Low power factor is usually not due to incandescent lamp. Low power factor is usually not due to incandescent lamp. Which of the following are advantage of mercury vapor lamp? Which of the following are advantage of mercury vapor lamp? It produces light similar to daylight, which may help in increasing the production. Which of the following are advantage of mercury vapor lamp? It produces light similar to daylight, which may help in increasing the production. A mercury vapor lamp gives a greenish blue color. A mercury vapor lamp gives greenish blue light. The lamp, Khalistan lamp, consists of an inner discharge tube and an outer evacuated tube. High pressure mercury vapor lamp. Khalistan lamp consists of an inner discharge tube and an outer evacuated tube. High pressure mercury vapor lamp. The gas usually filled in electric bulb is nitrogen. The gas usually filled in electric bulb is nitrogen. Which of the following is a possible cause of blackening both ends of fluorescent lamp? Which of the following is a possible cause of blackening both ends of fluorescent lamp? Frequent starting of fluorescent lamp, improper blast, low or high voltage, all of the above. The gas filled in vacuum filament lamp is argon. The gas filled in vacuum filament lamp is argon. Which of the following is not a discharge lamp? Incandescent lamp is not a discharge lamp. Incandescent lamp is not a discharge lamp. Mercury vapor light is always bluish in color. Mercury vapor light is always bluish in color. MB, mercury bluish, MB. What is the minimum requirement of connected load in a new building for the energy conservation building code to be applicable? 100 kilowatt. Minimum requirement of connected load in a new building for the energy conservation building code 100 kilowatt. Which of the following method is not employed for lightning calculation? Stephen tube method. Which of the following method is not employed for lightning calculation? Stephen tube method. In switch start fluorescent lamp circuit, what is the purpose of connecting a capacitor across the main supply or starter switch contact? Main supply is used for improving power factor and starter switch contact is used for reducing radio interference. In switch start fluorescent lamp circuit, what is the purpose of connecting a capacitor across main supply? The purpose of connecting capacitor across main supply is used for improving power factor, and the purpose of capacitor connecting across starter switch contact is used for reducing radio interference. What should be the order of pressure of gas in a discharge tube for production cathode ray in mm of mercury? 1/100 to 1000. A bulb is connected in series with a solenoid and glowing in an AC circuit. What happens to the brightness if a soft iron core is introduced inside the solenoid? Diminishes slowly to zero. What is the length of a 40 bar tube 1.2 meter. Length of 40 watt tube 1.2 meter. Which effect of electric current is utilized in filament lamp? Which effect of electric current is utilized in filament lamp? Heating effect. Which effect of electric current is utilized in filament lamp? Heating effect. How is the miniature lamp on automobile used? How is the miniature lamp on automobile used? It is used as tail lamp, dashboard lamp and side lamp all. Miniature lamp on automobile used as tail lamp, dashboard lamp, side lamp all. A black body when heated to 32-50 degrees Celsius emits the maximum energy in visual spectrum. Beyond what temperature does the gas vaporize and blackens the lamp in a gas-filled lamp? 2000 degrees Celsius. Beyond what temperature does the gas vaporize and blackens the lamp in gas-filled lamp? 2000 degrees Celsius. Which is the process taking place in a fluorescent tube called gaseous discharge? The process taking place in a fluorescent tube called gaseous discharge. A 100 watt light bulb burns on an average of 10 hours a day for 1 week. The weekly consumption of energy will be 100 watt lamp burns on an average of 10 hours a day for 1 week. तो वीकली एनर्जी निकाला, एनर्जी हो जाएगा कितना 1 किलोवाट आवर निकाला है ना, तो वाट आवर 1000 इंटू 7 डेज के लिए होता है ना, 7 डेज, तो 7000 यानी 7 यूनिट हो जाएगा. यस. For determination of load of an installation, the rating assumed for incandescent lamp is 60 watt. For determination of load of an installation, the rating assumed for incandescent lamp is 60 watt. Which of type of lighting scheme is usually employed in cinema, dancing hall and decorating in hotels? Indirect lighting system. Illumination from a light source reaching to an illuminated surface. Illumination from a light source reaching to an illuminated surface is directly proportional to cosine of angle between incident ray and normal to surface. The fluorescent material filled in fluorescent tube is zinc silicate. The color of light emitted by tube will be green. Illumination cannot be characterized as candela power. In a sodium vapor lamp, both sodium and neon are filled. Gas discharge take place and light exhibited is yellow in color. A bulb produced an average illumination of 70 candela power. What will be the total flux generated by it? Total flux MSCP by 4 pi MSCP by 4 pi मीन स्क्वायर का कैंडला पावर. यहाँ इल्यूमिनेशन निकालना है ना, टोटल फ्लास्क हो जाता है, टोटल फ्लास्क बाई 4 पाई MSCP एवरेज इल्यूमिनेशन 70 कैंडला पावर. ठीक है, टोटल फ्लास्क हो जाता है MS. यहाँ पे हमको निकालना क्या है, तो टोटल फ्लास्क निकालना. टोटल फ्लास्क जनरेटेड हो जाएगा 4 पाई इंटू MSCP. MSCP होता है टोटल फ्लास्क बाई 4 पाई. MSCP टोटल फ्लास्क बाई 4 पाई. तो यहाँ से टोटल फ्लास्क निकाल लेंगे. बेस टाइप ऑफ लाइटनिंग सिस्टम डिपेक्टेड इन गिवन फिगर. कौन सा लाइटिंग सिस्टम है, तो सेमी डायरेक्ट लाइटिंग सिस्टम. In general, the magnitude of beam factor varies from 0.3 to 0.8. In general, the magnitude of beam factor varies from 0.3 to 0.8. In a gas discharge lamp, vapors of sodium or mercury are also filled along with neon gas. In a gas discharge lamp, vapors of sodium or mercury are also filled along with neon gas. Which of the following statements is not true? CFL consumes lot of electricity. CFL consumes a lot of electricity. Solid angle subtended by a sphere at its center is solid angle subtended by a sphere at its center is 4 pi. Khalistan is a mean of candela power in all direction in all plane mean spherical candela power. Which of the following is an example of energy conservation? Using LED lamp instead of incandescent lamp. For which of the following is an example of energy conservation? Using LED lamp instead of incandescent lamp. Actually, the earth receive Khalistan unit of energy from sun 1.6 into 10 to power 18. Actually, the earth receives 1.6 into 10 to power 18 units of energy from the sun. Use of light colors on walls reduces the lighting requirement by up to 40%. Use of light colors on walls reduces the lighting requirement by up to 40%. The inverse square law correlates illumination of the surface, luminous intensity, and the distance between the source and the surface to be illuminated by the formula E बराबर I by H square. Absorptivity of a perfect black body is 1. The given figure represent lightning system, indirect lightning system. Which of the following other than mercury is filled in HPMB lamp यानी high pressure mercury vapor lamp? Which of the following other than mercury is filled in high pressure mercury vapor lamp? आर्गन, mercury के अलावा आर्गन filled होता है. A room of dimension 12x16 is to be lighted by 24 lamps of uniform illumination of around 100 lumen per meter square. If the output of each lamp is around 1600 lumen, what will be the utilization factor? Utilization factor क्या हो जाता है? Output lumen by total lumen. Utilization factor हो जाएगा, इसका हो जाएगा एरिया इंटू इल्यूमिनेशन बाई NI. N हो जाएगा नंबर ऑफ लैम्प 24 इंटू I हो जाएगा 1600. ठीक है, निकाल लेंगे तो 0.5. एरिया इंटू इल्यूमिनेशन AE बाई NI, एरिया इंटू इल्यूमिनेशन बाई NI. N 24, I 1600 और एरिया A 12 × 16 E 100.5. A factory hall of 80x25 is required as illuminated with an illumination of 15 candela power per meter square using 120 lamp, each having efficiency of 15 lumen per watt. Assuming an utilization factor and depreciation factor of इतना, the estimated wattage of lamp क्या होगा? estimated wattage of lamp, यहाँ पे E दिया हुआ है मेरा, E बराबर I बाई H स्क्वायर से निकालेंगे तो 15 कैंडला पर मीटर स्क्वायर दिया हुआ है. ठीक है, लैम्प इफिशियंसी दिया हुआ है 15 ल्यूमेन पर वाट, यूटिलाइजेशन फैक्टर 0.4, डिप्रिसिएशन फैक्टर 0.7. यहाँ से ल्यूमेन निकाल लेंगे और फिर वाटेज ऑफ लैम्प है. वाटेज ऑफ लैम्प हो जाएगा कितना? इसको ये कैलकुलेट कर लिया तो ल्यूमेन बाई ल्यूमेन इतना बटा एन इंटू आई। हाँ देखो ये क्या है डिफरेंशिएशन, यहाँ से ये ल्यूमेंस निकाल लिया, फिर वही आई 60 वाट आंसर निकाल लिया। ठीक है 60 वाट। लाइट ट्रैवल विथ अ वेलोसिटी ऑफ 3 × 10⁸ मीटर पर सेकेंड। Filament lamp at starting will take current. Filament lamp at starting will take current more than its full running current. Luminous flux क्या है? Energy from यही होना चाहिए. Luminous flux is yes, rate of energy radiation from light wave. Luminous flux is rate of energy radiation in the form of light wave. Total quantity of light energy emitted per second from the luminous body is defined. Total quantity of light energy emitted per second from a luminous body is defined as luminous flux. Total quantity of light energy emitted per second from a luminous body is defined as luminous flux. Which of the following lamp cannot sustain much voltage fluctuation? Incandescent lamp. Cannot sustain much voltage fluctuation. Incandescent lamp. As per ISI, in a building, the illumination level required for kitchen is 200. Kitchen के लिए 200. और street lighting is an example of municipal load. Street lighting is an example of municipal load. The largest possible value of solid angle is 4 pi. Those substances which produce light potential when they are illuminated are called those substances which produces light potential when they are illuminated are called photovoltaic material. What is the required illumination level for important shopping center and road junction? 30 lumen per meter square. Tube lights chalk work on the principle of inductance. Illumination is measured using lux meter. Fluorescent tube of 20 watt has a luminous flux of 950 lumen. Fluorescent tube of 20 watt has luminous flux of 950 lumens. A room measuring kitna feet is illuminated by a 10 lamp of 100 watt each. Efficiency 12 lumen per watt. Assuming a differentiation factor and coefficient of utilization, the illumination plane of illumination निकालना है. ठीक है सबको दिया हुआ है. क्या किया है? एरिया, यूटिलाइजेशन फैक्टर, डिफ्रेंशिएशन फैक्टर, एफिशिएंसी, पावर, एन, इल्यूमिनेशन निकालना. ई पावर निकालेगा तो यहाँ से फैक्टर बाई फैक्टर ई बराबर एन एफिशिएंसी बी एफ ई बराबर 100/5 निकालिए. ठीक है 16.67. Which of the following metal is not used for filament of incandescent lamp? कौन सा यूज़ नहीं होता है? तो सिल्वर यूज़ नहीं होता है. Which of the following metal is not used for the filament of incandescent lamp? Silver. A photodiode is exposed to light with an illumination of 2.5 milliwave per centimeter square. इधर सेंसिटिविटी दिया हुआ है 37.4. Then the reverse current through the device क्या होगा? रिवर्स करंट क्या होता है? रिवर्स करंट सेंसिटिविटी इंटू इल्यूमिनेशन होता है. सेंसिटिविटी इंटू इल्यूमिनेशन. ठीक है. लीक ट्रांसफॉर्मर इन सोडियम वेपर लैम्प इनिशियली प्रोवाइड्स हाई वोल्टेज. लीक ट्रांसफॉर्मर इन सोडियम वेपर लैम्प इनिशियली प्रोवाइड्स हाई वोल्टेज. As per ISS, the expected life of GLS lamp is 1000 hour. ये बहुत बड़ा न्यूमेरिकल है, छोड़िए इसको। द कलर हैविंग शॉर्टेस्ट वेवलेंथ in the following, the color having shortest wavelength blue. Which of the following vapor gas will give yellow color? Yellow color होता है सोडियम, yellow color सोडियम. If the distance between light source and the surface is reduced to half, the illumination on the surface will increase to 4 times original. If the distance between the light source and the surface is reduced to half, the illumination on the surface will increase to 4 times of original value. Power factor is poor in a fluorescent tube light. Power factor is poor in fluorescent tube light. Coating of fluorescent lamp convert ultraviolet radiation into visual light. Coating of fluorescent lamp convert ultraviolet radiation into visual light. Level of illumination at a point is defined by lux, which is lumen per meter square. Lumen per meter square. Diffuse light in all directions are obtained by semi-direct reflector. Diffused light in all directions are obtained by semi-direct reflector. A choke is required for a fluorescent lamp from AC supply to provide high voltage at starting and limit the current when tube is operating. The life of fluorescent tube light is more than 10,000 hours. Life of fluorescent tube light is more than 10,000 hours. Which of the following color has wavelength between blue and yellow? Blue and yellow के बीच क्या होता है? तो green होता है. Which of the following lamp does not suffer from stroboscopic effect? Incandescent lamp. Which of the following lamp does not suffer from stroboscopic effect? Incandescent lamp. Which of the following will need highest level of illumination? Proofreading. Which of the following will need highest level of illumination? Proofreading. Glare is reduced by increasing lamp height, using reflector, using diffuser, all. Which of the following lamp use the phenomenon of fluorescence? Fluorescent lamp. Phenomenon of fluorescence, fluorescent lamp. In which of the following lighting scheme more than 90% of total light flux is made to fall directly on the working plane with the help of deep reflector, direct lighting? In which of the following lighting scheme is 90 to 100% of total light flux thrown upward to the ceiling of for diffused reflector? इसका हो जाएगा आई थिंक सेमी indirect lightning. In which of the following lightning scheme is 90 to 100% of total light flux thrown upward to the ceiling for diffuse light, indirect lightning? Which of the following electric discharge lamp give higher lumen per watt? Sodium vapor lamp. Higher lumen per watt, sodium vapor lamp. The filament of GLS lamp is made of tungsten. Filament of GLS lamp is made of tungsten. Wavelength for red color is 6000 इंगस. Wavelength of red color 7000. Red 7000, orange 6200, yellow 5600. Yellow 5600, orange 6200 और red 7000. Dose of candela power lamp is hung 4 meter above the center of circular area of 5 meter diameter. The illumination at the center of area is I दिया हुआ है, D दिया हुआ है. Center of area is E बराबर I by D स्क्वायर. E बराबर I by D स्क्वायर, तो 12.5. इसको छोड़ो, इधर देखें. ए 254 लैम्प है जो टोटल में फ्लक्स दिया हुआ है, करंट दिया हुआ है. द अप्रोप्रिएट वैल्यू ऑफ MSCP क्या होता है? MSCP लिमिटेड फ्लक्स बाई 4 पाई होता है. MSCP लिमिटेड फ्लक्स बाई 4 पाई. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से निकल जाएगा 1000/पाई. MSCP पर वाट बोल रहा है, तो लिमिटेड फ्लक्स बाई 4 पाई बटा में VI हो जाएगा. तो 1.6, ठीक है। The surface inclined at an angle of 60 degree to a ray is kept 5 meter away from 100 cp lamp. The average lumen on the surface is E बराबर I by h स्क्वायर cos थीटा, I by h स्क्वायर cos थीटा, थीटा 30 डिग्री दिया, थीटा 60 डिग्री वो दिया है और ये 90 तो 30 डिग्री सरफेस से निकालना है ना 30, I by h स्क्वायर cos थीटा तो 3.464. If the candela power is 45 candela, then how much flux will be emitted by this source? How much फ्लक्स निकालना है, कैंडला दिया हुआ है, कैंडला MSCP, टोटल फ्लक्स बाई 4 पाई होता है, तो फ्लक्स निकालना तो 4 पाई से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे, हो जाएगा। नेक्स्ट है मेरा गैसियस डिस्चार्ज लैम्प हैव हाई इफिशियंसी एंड कलर डिप है। Gases discharge lamp have high efficiency and color depends upon the gas used. The luminous efficiency of sodium vapor lamp is about 50%. Black light lamp is one which emits ultraviolet radiation by exciting mercury vapor. In halogen lamp, the purpose of halogen is to operate filament at a higher temperature. In halogen lamp, the purpose of halogen is to operate filament at a higher temperature. An incandescent lamp has a luminous intensity of 100 candela. If all the light is projected to an area of 10 meter square, then illumination of that area will be 125 lux. I बराबर 5W, 5 दिया हुआ है, 5 बराबर 100 इंटू 4 पाई, E बराबर 5/A निकल जाएगा यहाँ से, ठीक है। रूम दिया हुआ है, एरिया दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे, 15 लैम्प है, 100 ल्यूमेन पर स्क्वायर मीटर, तो आउटपुट ऑफ इच लैम्प दिया होता है। यूटिलाइजेशन कोएफिशिएंट वही होगा AE/NI, AE/NI, एरिया 8 गुने 12 गुना 100 बटा में NI, N है 15 गुना 1600, ठीक है, हो जाएगा। डिप्रिसिएशन फैक्टर दिया, यूटिलाइजेशन फैक्टर दिया हुआ है, लोकेशन एंड माउंटिंग हाइट ऑफ 40 वाट ट्यूब गिविंग 40 ल्यूमेन पर वाट, नंबर ऑफ सुटेबल ट्विन ट्यूब फिटिंग ऑफ लाइटनिंग स्कीम कटिनरी, छोड़ो इसको। बीच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज नॉट ट्रू रिगार्डिंग CFL, क्या है ये, इसका B हो जाएगा। बीच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज नॉट ट्रू रिगार्डिंग CFL, इट कंज्यूम लॉट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, ये सही नहीं है, CFL लॉट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंज्यूम नहीं करता है। Which of the following is not true regarding CFL? CFL का इसमें कौन सा सही नहीं है, इट कंज्यूम लॉट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, गलत है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट है मेरा ए 60 वाट लैम्प गिव्स अ लुमिनियस फ्लक्स ऑफ 1500 ल्यूमेन इफिशियंसी हो जाएगा मेरा ल्यूमेन पर वाट, ठीक है। Radiation from a body is proportional to T का पावर -4, radiation from a body T का पावर -4. Carbon electrode are used in dry cell and arc furnace. Carbon electrode are used in dry cell and arc furnace. Lux, foot candela, lumen per square foot are related as follow. Make the best choice. C 1 feet, C 10.67, 1 lumen per square feet, पता नहीं क्या है। Which color light has longest wavelength रेड कलर का होता है। 2 bulb of equal wattage, one having carbon filament and other having tungsten filament, are connected in series to the main. Then carbon filament glow more. 2 bulb of equal wattage आर कनेक्टेड इन सीरीज, जिसमें एक कार्बन का और दूसरा टंगस्टन का है, तो कार्बन फिलामेंट ग्लो मोर। Visual spectrum lies between infrared and ultraviolet. The average life of glass valve rectifier is 10,000 से 15,000 आवर. Average life of glass valve rectifier is 10,000 से 15,000 आवर. Output of tungsten filament lamp depends on temperature of filament. The color temperature of daylight is around 6000 Kelvin. The color temperature of daylight is around 6000 Kelvin. Which of the following lamp gives nearly ultraviolet light? Carbon arc lamp. Which of the following lamp gives nearly ultraviolet light? Carbon arc lamp. A lamp has a mean spherical candela power of 25. Total flux of light from the lamp, total flux MSCP by 4 pi. MSCP 25. टोटल फ्लास्क निकालना माइनस कैंडला पावर MSCP टोटल फ्लास्क बाई 4 पाई, तो टोटल फ्लास्क 4 पाई इंटू MSCP हो जाएगा. ठीक है. Luminance is because of photons emitted while excited electron drop down. Luminance is because of photons emitted while excited electron drops down. Visual light wavelength range 0.39 to 0.77 micrometer. 0.39 to 77 micrometer. Vapor discharge tube used for domestic lighting has two filament. Chalk coil is used to control AC. Chalk coil work on the principle of self induction. A chalk coil has high inductance and low resistance. Next है मेरा. Which of the following lamp has highest average life? Fluorescent lamp. Highest average life fluorescent lamp. यहाँ पे देखिए मैचिंग दिया हुआ है, तो इसका क्या हो जाएगा? Illumination मीटर कैंडला. Luminous intensity मेरा हो जाएगा ल्यूमेन पर स्ट्रेडियन. Lamp efficiency ल्यूमेन पर वाट. सॉलिड एंगल ऑस्ट्रेडियन. ठीक है. कैंडला यूनिट अकॉर्डिंग टू सिस्टम इंटरनेशनल इज. क्या है? कैंडला यूनिट क्या है? बेस यूनिट है. Which among the following type of bulb are used for ceiling light and wall light? Mercury vapor. From the following option, Khalistan is most energy efficient bulb. Compact fluorescent light bulb. Most energy efficient bulb, compact fluorescent light bulb. Khalistan is defined as the luminous intensity per unit projected area of the surface in given direction. Luminance is defined as the luminous intensity per unit projected area at the surface in given direction. The power or strength of source of light is known as luminous intensity and it is measured in candela. The power or strength of source of light is known as luminous intensity and it is measured in candela. Khalistan is defined as the ratio of luminous flux to power output. Luminous efficiency. The ratio of total number of lumen reaching the working plane to total number of lumen emitted from source is known as coefficient of utilization. Illumination E at any point on the surface is directly proportional to cosine of angle between normal to that point of the line. Flux is known as Lambert cosine law. Which option is correct formula to calculate or define illumination? Illumination Cp into W by area. Candela power into solid angle by area. Calculation is luminous flux received by a surface per unit area. Illumination is the luminous flux received by surface per unit area. Which of the following is not the correct point to be considered in designing a good lighting scheme? Temperature of room. As compared to incandescent lamp, CFL offer approximately 70 to 80% saving in electricity cost. As compared to incandescent lamp, CFL offers approximately 70 to 80% saving in electricity cost. For a sports stadium, what is the recommendation level of illumination? That is intensity of illumination 300 lux. For a sports stadium, what is the recommended level of illumination? That is intensity of illumination 300 lux. Which source of light has highest brightness in candela per square inch? Arc lamp. Which source of light has highest brightness in candela per square inch? Arc lamp. A lamp has a total flux of 1200 lumen. Calculate the MCP of lamp. MCP lumen flux by 4 pi 95 into 5. Which of the following relation is correct? MCP हो जाएगा. So the following relation is correct. MCP mean horizontal power into reduction factor. Next है मेरा MH mean horizontal spherical candela power. Mean hemispherical candela power. When a bulb of 50 watt is connected across 200 volts, the energy consumed in 1 minute P into T 50 into 1 minute यानी 60 second watt second 3000 watt second. Arrange the type of electrical lamp in sequence according to their lifespan from low height. Incandescent lamp, CFL lamp or LED lamp. Arrange the type of electrical lamp in sequence according to their lifespan from low height. Incandescent lamp, CFL lamp और LED lamp. तो ये था आज का मेरा इल्यूमिनेशन का टॉपिक. और मैं नेक्स्ट टॉपिक हमारा इलेक्ट्रिक वेल्डिंग.